Hey, you wanted to see me?
Of course. Tobias, come in. Please sit.
What's going on? What's wrong?
The graduation video is due soon and you need to get the footage.
How? What do I do?
You have 1 hour. Please get it done.
Hey, I was wondering, are you able to help record for the graduation video?
I actually have to take my pet fish on a walk later, but I thought Alex was gonna help you with that.
You know what? Okay, so here's the situation with that. He sent me this picture in lieu of helping.
Oh, I feel like that's pretty helpful.
Hey, I was wondering, can you just help out a little bit with some of the graduation video footage? Oh, no. But why is it so long?
What's up?
Nobody wants to help me record this graduation video.
Oh, bummer.
I don't suppose... Holy crap, look at all those breathers.
Yeah, but just, if they could breathe, they could go home.
Hey, have you seen that new show that everybody's been talking about?
No.
Wanna check it out?
Yeah, sure.
I know what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Good afternoon, doctors. I am Dr. Emily Borman-Shope. Tonight, I am thrilled to welcome all of you to meet your match. You all have traveled such a long road. You and your families have made countless sacrifices. You've fallen in love with a specialty, and now you're ready to take the next step on your journeys. Here, you'll have the ability to meet with dozens of pediatricians and pediatric subspecialists to find your perfect match, sight unseen. As you know, you're going to have the opportunity to find your perfect match, all without ever seeing each other. In just 6 months, you'll be starting your orientation and finding your perfect match. And now, for the first time in Meet Your Match history, I can say the pods are open. Go ahead and meet your match.
So, what do you like to do in your free time?
What is free time?
I'm scared of making the wrong decision.
I want each one to make the best decision for themselves.
When you go to work every day, what gets your adrenaline pumping? What gets your blood flowing?
I love my work because of my relationship with kids and their parents, the families. I get to meet people where they are, and I get time with them. It's amazing.
What gets my adrenaline pumping is when you have a patient coming in, they're in septic shock, you're putting in lines, you're starting antibiotics, you're intubating, you're doing all these procedures to stabilize the patient. That's what really gets my blood flowing.
Location, free parking, cafeteria, none of that matters anymore. Tell me a little bit about the work that you're doing internationally.
You know, it was such amazing. After working 14 days straight, I got to go on a cruise. This was my first cruise ever. All my friends convinced me to go on this cruise. Guess what? All I did? Just drank scotch all day long. My kids were doing their stuff. My wife was doing their stuff with her friends. Perfect thing. So my suggestion to you guys is go on a cruise, just drink scotch, let everybody do whatever they're doing and enjoy life.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I hope to be done with training.
No, 10 years.
So whenever we try to fill a backup need, we always try to make it equally distributed and as fair as possible. Hey, I'm really sorry to do this, but we need you to work the ED 5 to 3 shift tonight.
I'm in Nigeria right now for my global elective.
No, I know, but we really need you. Okay, sorry, thank you.
You know, the most important part of Chief Year is the candy.
I hope they see everything we have to offer, everywhere we have to offer.
How are fellows who are parents supported in your program?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It really depends on how many vaccines the child has had. Have they had their vaccines for rabies, typhoid, and yellow fever?
We found the perfect, absolutely perfect person for the fellowship.
How far away are the call rooms?
Pretty close.
A code was called?
Oh, thank God.
I'm basically looking for either a perfect work-life balance or a terrible one. What can you tell me about your coffee situation?
Oh, Kevin can make anything.
That made my heart flutter.
Cheers!
As attendings, do we still need to fill out those rounding sheets?
Oh man, what is this page? Please send in your rounding sheets. I'm working on it.
All right.
What the hell's a rounding sheet?
Never mind. The connection is nothing like I've ever experienced.
I think I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, we had a great conversation. Really loved the idea of that balance between procedures, between outpatients and inpatients, and even the possibility of long-term relationships with some of the patients.
But poop.
Oh shit.
Discharge patients early. Yeah.
Jesus.
Hello.
You're lucky I was able to squeeze you in today. It's getting awfully close to the weekend. How can I help you?
Hey, the hospital has been really busy recently, and all of us residents are feeling tired and burnt out.
I'm so sorry to hear that you're feeling this way. Have you tried some mindfulness activities, such as yoga or meditation? Unfortunately, with the hospital being at record-breaking capacity, having to turn the ambulance bay into a separate ward, we're just not able to do a whole lot right now. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to take 6 extra weeks of backup. Do you have any concerns about that? Well, if not, you can go ahead and send in the next person waiting to talk to me. Well, if it isn't my favorite employee, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you're feeling so burnt out. We really want to make sure that we take care of you. Why don't you take some time off, go maybe up north and relax for a little bit? We'll hire 2 new staff, just as qualified as you are, to take your place. We'll reduce their hours. We'll check in with them regularly to make sure that they're not too burnt out. And hopefully we won't have this problem again in the future. Thank you so much for stopping in today. You're really my favorite employee.
The COVID pandemic was hard for pediatric trainees. Turns out when you don't force sick kids together in school and daycare, no one ends up in the hospital. So we residents had to resort to other measures to keep our skills up. This is Emma. My wife and I decided to have her because I wasn't great at hip exams and needed the practice. But now, I'm a pro.
Hi. Oh, I'm so glad that I had a baby just so I have somebody I can practice on. Theo, you ready for your exam?
Yeah, I haven't really slept in a couple months, but I think I did finally master the exam of the infant fontanelle. Just like so. I think that's it. Such a nice fontanelle. Such a nice fontanelle.
For a hip exam, we check for clicks and clicks and a good belly sign.
Hi, this is the pediatrician's office. Can you please give me the name and date of birth of the patient?
Well, technically the patient hasn't been born yet, and I know I just called yesterday, but I just have a few more questions I had to ask. What kind of diapers should I be using? Or pacifiers? Or formula? Or laundry detergent? Or body wash? When does the baby get their first bath, first nail clipping, first haircut?
This is my African public honest. She gets mad at me, but it really works. Hey, Shana, you're not having DDH, right?
Wait. Yeah?
Dr. Merkel, your next patient's ready?
Oh, I thought it said there's like no one on the chart next.
Oh, yeah, you got one who just walked in, so
Oh, okay.
it's just in room number 1, so
Thank you,
they're ready
Tom.
for you whenever you are.
Yeah. Let me check this out. Oh, it says specialized number 1. Interesting. Okay. It says 1 accident in Tour de France. Okay. 1 broken chain. Sounds like a bike to me, Tom. What is this?
I didn't get too much history out of it. It seems like a little bit of a mess.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's time for a bike wheel check. We'll do it. Okay. So, Tom, did you get all the stuff replaced? Do we have the rotavirus chain set?
Yep, yeah, I'd say
Okay.
up to date.
Sounds good. Oh, nice. I see we only need 2 doses nowadays. So I'll start with looking at the brakes here. Okay.
What a weird dream. Blockhead.
Hello, residents. I want to thank you all for all of the strength and perseverance and resilience you've shown in these unprecedented times. I know we're all facing a tremendous amount of uncertainty, and I'm going to keep bringing the updates to you as soon as I have them. Something that's really good that we've been able to do, but it's sort of top secret. I was able to get a small supply of N95 masks. Not all the programs got them, but I was able to secure just a small supply. So once you have your mask, keep it secret, keep it safe. Now you'll only get one mask per month. And we've really been partnering with infection prevention to find our best way to reuse them in a sanitary way. So we've secured these special germ-proof bags. So you'll put your mask inside there. We've created some special racks in the playroom where we used to hang the children's costumes. Those are gone now. There's no time for fun in times like this. We just have to really be creative and find new solutions to these unprecedented problems. So you'll put your mask in the germ-proof bag, and then we'll shine the light, shine some UV and blue wavelength light on them. We thought it works for hyperbilirubinemia. Maybe it'll work for COVID. I really want to thank you all for your flexibility. We are all in this ship together, navigating these uncharted waters. And I know the skies are stormy right now, and there's lightning and hail and sleet and hurricane force winds, but we will get through this together. Thank you for your flexibility. And now I have a brief message from one of our chiefs explaining patient allocation in our new color team structure.
All right, thank you, ABS, so much for that introduction. I know you all have some questions about the team, so I'm going to just share my screen. And you can just ignore all of those tabs, and then we will get started, everyone. Okay, so we've heard your feedback that the team structures, they just weren't working. And so I know what you're thinking. Yes, we've decided to try again. So these are the new teams. We have the cerulean team. That's our HEMONC team, a senior and intern, 14 patients on a good day, senior working nights, the super black. Navy, think of it like a navy bean. You've got your GI or cobalt team, nephrology or sapphire team, 1 senior, 2 interns, 14 patients, primary patients only, no consults. Then we have our turquoise team. That'll be our gen peds and our pulmonology patients. We have a senior, an intern, plus or minus a psych resident. So really consider it to just be a senior and an intern. And our seniors working nights. And then our topaz team is gen peds and cardiology, 1 senior and 2 interns. And I know what you're thinking, what if we have too many patients? What if it's the weekend? What do we do? It's pretty simple, you guys. You have a senior, you have 2 interns, everybody get 14 patients. A senior and 1 intern, 12 patients. It's just the senior, 10 patients. You guys can do this. Intern alone, 8 patients, just like it's always been. If the senior is on backup though, then we do push that cap up to 18 patients because we know that you're capable. But if the senior from another busy team is coming over to help, then they either take 2 of the most complex patients, 4 discharges, or they round on 14 of the routine patients. If the attending is trying to help, they can really only manage about 1 discharge summary that was prepped the day before. And here's what to do with the numbers. Let me give you some examples. If cobalt has 6 and sapphire has 9, then the cerulean team is going to round on one of the sapphire team's patients. If sapphire has 4, cobalt has 12, then the cerulean team rounds on the 2 extra cobalt patients. If both teams have the same, then they're going to round on the 2 sapphire patients. But if both teams have the same, then they're going to round on the 2 cobalt patients. And if the numbers seem a little uneven, then take the majority of the overflow and push that over to the cobalt team. Now, what if cerulean has 16, cobalt has 14? Well, I want you to ask the fellow. The fellow will say no. Then ask the attending, and the attending is going to tell you to talk to Abby, and that is really the only solution. What if it's a full moon and the cobalt team has 24? In that case, we'll be creating a new team. We're calling it the Mauve team. We're going to try calling in backup, but as you know, the 3rd years are really burnt out, so they're all going to say no. We're going to then transfer those patients to IM, and it's recommended you just quit residency at that point. On a blockhead Friday, all bets are off. We're just trying to survive, and please do be on time. To blockhead, there will be consequences. I know you're thinking, what about the 6th floor? Here are some specifics. The turquoise team, that's our Gen P's plus Palm team. If Palm team gets an admission that pushes us over cap, Then for the next day, you're going to take a Gen Peds patient and put that onto the Gold team. The Gold team may or not be aware of this, and they will probably fight you on it. The Palm team is completely unaware of all of these team structures and will not be able to help in most any ways. You will still admit patients if you're at 14 rounding patients. In fact, you only are going to get admits on the days that you do have 14 rounding patients. I hope this answers all of your questions, and we're going to go ahead and split into some breakup rooms now.
You guys, just give me a second. I forgot to rename myself initially. Okay. Does anybody remember the question? Huh. Is anyone here? I guess I'll give them 5 minutes. It's weird though, this happens like every time. I don't know, maybe my Zoom is not working. I was just expecting more from the US. Hey guys, how's your life otherwise? Can anyone hear me? Oh, maybe Ajira will be here. Really weird.
Hey, what's that?
No! You're fired!
Alright, whenever you guys are ready.
Hooray! I'm excited to get out!
How do you guys decide what who? Oh, wow.
Thing.
Okay.